here. And today I have something that I want to share with you guys. As you guys can tell by the title and as you can tell by the thumbnail, I want to encourage you guys today and I want to give you hope, right? And I want to encourage that person that's not in a good place today, all right? And I want to encourage you and give you some hope to let you know, man, some good things that there is still good in your life, that there is still a possibility, that there is still a chance, and there is hope for you no matter where you are. You see, I want to encourage the person that feels broken right now. I want to encourage the person that feel like life has fallen apart, the person that's hurting, the person that's overwhelmed, that's tired, and the person that's feeling confused right now. Like you may be in a situation right now to where life feels too far gone. Like it may be things in your life to where you feel like, man, your life is so messed up that it's beyond repair. You may feel like you made mistakes that you can never recover from, that life has hit you so hard and that there's no way back. But I want to encourage you today. I want to give you hope. I want to speak life into you right now, because no matter how bad it looks, no matter how broken you feel, I want you to know that you can still overcome. You see, there is still hope for you. There is still a way forward. There is still a possibility and an opportunity for your life to turn around. And I don't say that lightly. I say that because I've been there. You see, I've been in a place to where it felt like I had messed up too bad. A place where my life, my family, my finances, my faith, and all of it felt broken. Like I was at the place to where I was truly broken, y'all, to where I was hopeless, to where I felt like, man, my life can never be put back together. I felt like everything was just so messed up that there was no hope for this guy named Josh. And I truly believe that in that moment that I would never be whole again. I truly believe that in that moment that I would never recover. And I want to talk to that person today, the person that is going through, the person that feels like giving up, the person that is so broken in so many different parts of your life. I am here today to encourage you. And I want you to know that because I am here, right? Because I'm here, I overcame, because I made it through, because I recovered, because I didn't quit in the moment where I felt like I wanted to give up. Because I am here, I want you to know that you can overcome. All right. I want you to know that you can make it through. I want you to know that you will make it out of this situation. And if I can come out of that place, I want you to know that you can too. Even though you're broken, even though, things in your life is not together, I want you to know that you can become a broken overcomer. And you may be like, what does that mean to be a broken overcomer? What that means is that even though you have been broken before, I want to speak life to you today. And I want to let you know that you can still overcome. You see, you don't have to have everything together to overcome. Everything in your life does not have to be put together, and you still can overcome. That's what I'm here to tell you today, because I remember when I was in that place, y'all, when I was broken so bad, where I was messed up so bad, it was the steps that I took that helped me to overcome. You see, I overcame while I was broken. I showed up to my job while I was broken. I showed up for my family while I was broken. I showed up for my friends while I was broken. And I'm telling you something that is real, because it was days like, even when I was recovering, it was days where I would cry, but I was still overcoming. It was days where I was weak, but I was still overcoming. And I want to encourage you today, like, hey, you may not have everything together. Like you may have the scars on your body. You may have the scars in your marriage. You may have the scars in your relationship. You may have the scars that show like, man, you was messed up before. You may still have that record. You may still have things that people can see. You may still have problems and situations in your life, but I come to encourage you all today. I come to let y'all know that even though everything ain't perfect, I come to let you know that you can still overcome. I come to let you know that you can still be broken and that you can still overcome. Like even right now, I'm showing up right now and I'm still broken, y'all. I haven't fully healed. I haven't fully recovered, but I done came a long way and I'm overcoming. And that's the message that I want to share with you guys today. I want to let you know that even though things in your life may not be put together, I want to let you know that you can still overcome. And I want to give you 3 things that help me climb out that help me climb out that dark place. I want to share with you some things that as I look back to where I was and as I look to where I am now, I want to share with you guys some of the things that has helped me and that is helping me to be a broken overcomer. And the number one thing that has helped me and that is helping me to be a broken overcoming is that I started where I was. And that's what I want to encourage you all today to do. I want you to start where you are. You see, I know, like, man, these could be so messed up and you feel like, man, like, I don't want to start right here. But I want to encourage you to start where you are, not where you think you should be. Okay, I'm gonna say that again. I want you to start where you are, not where you think you should be, because I know that at times when you find yourself in a broken place, when you find yourself in problems and in situations, it can be overwhelming. And the truth of the matter is, you don't feel like being there. And the truth of the matter is, it's like, man, your mind could be in a place to where you're stuck because you're trying to, you would desire to start at another level and not start where you are. But I want to encourage you to start exactly where you are. All right. I don't even want you to start where other people expect you to be, because that's some of the things that we can play in our mind. Just like, man, everybody expect us to be at another level. Everybody expect us to be starting at another level. But I want to encourage you to start right there. Start right there where you are. Not where you want to be, not where other people want you to be, but start right here with what you got right now. Even if it's just one breath, even if it's one tear, if it's one prayer or one step, I want you to start here, because healing starts in motion. I'm going to say that again. Healing starts in motion. You see, because if you stay where you are and you don't start where you are, you'll be stuck. And if you stay stuck, then you're going to be there longer than you're supposed to be there. But I want to encourage you right now that start where you are, because that's where the healing starts. And number two, what I want you to do is I want you to believe again. Okay? I want you to believe again. I want you to open up and believe again. You see, I know that that is hard when everything around you look hopeless, but I need you to believe that this is not how your story ends. I need you to believe that your life still has meaning. I need you to believe that there is still a purpose inside of you, because there is. Believe that something good can come from something broken. I want you to believe that you're not the only one who's been here, and others have came out too. And I want you to know that because other people have came out, I want you to know that you will come out as well. Because I know while you're in the situation, while you're going through, while you're broken, and it don't matter what happened, right? Because it's so many different things that can happen to people. It's so many different things that can happen to us. We can find ourselves being broken because of ourselves, but we can find ourselves being broken because of what other people have done to us. No matter where you are, and I know that things could get deep, because you may be dealing with, issues of being molested. You may be dealing with issues of people who rob you. You may be dealing with things in your life to where people has hurt you on purpose or on accident. But I want to encourage you right now to believe again. I want to encourage you to know that, yeah, even though your life may look like it is messed up, I want to encourage you to believe in this moment, because your action comes from those beliefs, right? Starting where you are. If you don't believe that you're going to make it out, if you don't believe that things are going to get better, well, then you're going to fall right back into that pit. You're going to fall right back into that dark place to believing that things are not going to change for you. And what that would do is that you'll start to see, like, man, things won't move forward. And so I'm here today to encourage you. I'm here today to speak life into you, to believe again. I want you to believe again, because there's one thing about it. If you have breath in your body, there is still hope. If you still have breath inside of your lungs, there is still hope. If you woke up today, there is still hope for your life to change. There is still hope that your life doesn't have to be the same, that you don't have to stay stuck, that you don't have to stay in bondage, that you don't have to stay in fear. But I want to encourage you today to believe. Okay, I want to encourage you to have hope again. I want to encourage you to trust. Okay, I want you to trust and to know that life is going to get better. I want you to trust and know that things will work out for you. And number three, what I want you to know is I want you to know that you don't have to settle for less. But not only you don't have to settle for less, I want you to know that I don't want you to give up. Don't give up, because process can feel invisible sometimes. Process can feel invisible. Like you may not see change yet. Like you may have already been taking steps. You may have already been walking and taking small steps and believing again, but you probably haven't been seeing any results. But I want to encourage you to don't give up. I want to encourage you to not get weary in well doing. because you haven't seen any change yet. And because you haven't seen any change yet, that doesn't mean that it's not happening. I want to encourage you to keep going. I want to encourage you to keep taking steps, keep speaking life over yourself, even when your situation doesn't reflect it yet. Even when things still look the same, even when you're trying, and then you find that you take 2 steps forward, but then it's like, man, I went 2 steps forward, but now I'm knocked back 10 steps. I want to encourage you to continue moving forward because you are making progress. Like I remember when I was recovering, when I was moving out of my stage of brokenness, I remember how I was making progress, but then something else happened and it knocked me back. And I remember multiple times that it happened over and over and over again. But it wasn't until I made up my mind, you know what, Josh? Nobody said that the road was going to be easy. Nobody said that it was going to be an easy thing, that it was going to happen overnight. And I had to encourage myself, and I had to realize in that moment, I had to tell myself, and I had to make a decision that no matter what happens, I'm going to continue moving forward. No matter what happens, I'm going to continue to show up for myself. No matter what happens, I'm going to continue to develop myself. I'm going to continue to speak life over myself. And I want to encourage you to do the same thing right now. Like, yes, you've been making progress, but some things have been stopping you and you've been getting discouraged. You've been getting weary and well doing. I want to encourage you, like, hey, if you don't, I want to encourage you to not get weary, because if you faint not, you're going to reap a harvest. If you don't stop, if you don't quit, you're going to see the results. If you don't stop, you're going to be the person that you desire to be. If you don't stop working on yourself, if you don't stop praying, if you don't stop showing up, if you don't stop, I can guarantee you that you're going to see change in your life. I can guarantee you that you will see the end, that you will see the promise. So I want to encourage you to not stop. And I'll say this again. If nobody else told you this today, I want you to know that you are not alone. You see, I see you and I understand, and I believe in you. And I believe in you because I believe in myself as well. I believed in myself when I was right there all alone. I believed in myself. And I want to encourage you to believe in yourself. You don't have to have anybody else around you to believe in you. And I understand that when you're the only person, when you're trying to build up this belief, and when you're the only person that's believing in yourself and people are not believing in you, but people are actually speaking against you, saying that you ain't never gonna make it out of this. People, they're around you and they're saying, look at him. He keep on trying, but he keep failing, right? I want to encourage you to don't worry about that. Don't worry about what people have to say. Don't worry about people that's not believing in you. Yes, like you might be struggling with different addictions in your life, but I want to encourage you, don't worry about the people that say that you're going to fall right back into the same patterns. Don't worry about the people that's not seeing you the way that you do things when you're all alone, the way that you're working and you're putting things together to go move forward in life, to overcome. Don't worry about the people who's not supporting you, because I'm going to tell you something, and I'm going to be honest with you, right? When you're first starting out, you might have to be the only person that give yourself a hand clap. You might have to be the only person to pat yourself on the back, because one thing about it is, I know this to be very true. When you are overcoming, when you are moving from brokenness to overcoming, sometimes it's going to be a lonely road. Sometimes you're not going to have a lot of people to support you. But I want to encourage you and let you know that you got to be the only one that supports you, right? If nobody else believes in you, you got to be the only one that believes in you. It doesn't matter about what people have to say, because people going to say stuff, right? People going to say that you ain't going to make it. People going to say that, he think he doing something. She thinks she doing something. They going to talk about you, right? They ain't going to support you. You're going to have to be the only one to show up. You're going to have to be the only one to tell yourself, like, hey, I'm going to make it because I know that I am. You're going to have to speak life over yourself. You're going to have to start changing and doing things different in your life. And so I want to encourage you to believe in yourself. And it doesn't matter if anybody else is around. Because, see, you may be broken, but you're also still breathing. I want you to know that you may be broken, but you're still breathing. Like, life is not over for you. You see, there is still breath within inside of your body. And I want to encourage you and let you know that, hey, you are still here, which means you still got a purpose. I want to encourage you that you are still here so you can still overcome. It don't matter about the situation that you're in right now. Like, it don't matter. I know you may be feeling the pain. You may be feeling the hurt. Like, it's real. And I'm not gonna lie, like, I understand, like, the pain that we go through in life when we are broken. It's real. The trauma that we are going through, it's real. The pain, the suffering, the hurt. The trust that's gone. I know that is real. And in those moments, you have to tell yourself, like, yes, this may be real, but I'm going to have faith. This may be going on, but I'm going to have faith, because it's in those moments when you are broken. One of the only ways that you can move from being broken to being an overcomer is you got to have faith, right? You got to believe even though you can't see it with your natural eyes. You got to speak it even though it's nowhere near you, even though it's nowhere around. It don't look like it. You got to say that I am more than a conqueror. You got to say that I'm the head and not the tail. You got to say that I'm the lender and not the borrower. You got to say that I'm prosperous even when your bank account is negative $250,000. Even when your credit score is 300, you got to say that I'm going to make it out of it. Even though your marriage may be suffering, you may be on the brinks of divorce, you got to speak life into your marriage. Even though you may be in school right now when your grades may not be the way that you want it to be, you got to say, I know that I'm going to make it. I know that I'm still going to overcome. You see, because one thing that I've learned through my journey is that even though you are broken, that does not mean that you can't overcome. Like, I'm reminded of all the stories that I hear of different people, that I've heard of different people who was broken, people like who was counted out, that people said that they was never going to make it through, people that they said that they was never going to make it out of the situation, people that they said was never going to turn their life around, was never going to have anything in life. Like, I heard stories of those kind of people. Right? The people who failed thousands of times, the people who failed hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of times, who was broken, who was embarrassed, who was ashamed because of all of the things that they did, or all the things that happened to them, but they still overcame. And I want to encourage you today that just because you're broken, that doesn't mean that you can't overcome, because you still got breath in your body. And I want you to know, like, hey, you may be down today, like you may not be feeling good today, but I want you to know that you are not done. You are not done. Just because you may be depressed right now, your story isn't over. And I know what it is to be in depression. I know what it is to wanting to feel like giving up. I know what it feels like. I've been there in that dark place. And I'm telling you, if I can overcome, I know that you can too. Like, in this moment, you may feel down, but I want you to know that you are not done. You are not done just because you're down. You see, you can still become everything that you were created to be. You can still rise. You can still overcome. I want you to know, like, you, my friend, that you can be a broken overcomer. And so I encourage you today, even as well, if you are broken, if you're in a place to where you're in problems, you're in situations, and like you're a wreck, right? I know that can be embarrassing. I know that can be shameful, right? I know that you would want to cover up that pain. You would want to cover up and try to make yourself seem like you're not broken. But I want to let you know to open up. I want to let you know to go ahead and speak out, right? Like, go ahead and speak out. Like you don't have to cover up your brokenness. And I remember when I was in that place to where I was broken, like, I used to be scared. Like, I used to be afraid to tell people that my credit score is 300. Like, I used to be afraid to tell people that I'm in over $250,000 of debt. I used to be afraid to tell people that my marriage is on the rocks. I used to be afraid to tell people that I have no clue and no idea what I'm doing, that I don't know none of the answers to my problems. I used to be afraid of that. I used to be afraid that I don't know how to solve these problems. But I'm letting you know that I turned all of that fear, all of that shame, all of that stuff that I was trying to hide. Man, I said, forget it. I'm not trying to hide it no more, because too many times it's a lot of us here in our life. Like, man, we look on social media, we look all over, looking at different people's lives, and all we see is the good, the good, the good, but we don't ever see the ugly. We don't ever see the brokenness. Like, we don't ever see people talking about their real problems. We don't ever see people really talking about the things that they're going through. And so it makes it seem like the people who are overcoming ain't broken. But I know this for a fact, that there's so many people that, yeah, they may look good on the outside, but they broken on the inside. And I want to encourage you today to don't let even what you see on social media, even the people that surround you, the lives that you see around the people that you're looking to. I want you to not be discouraged by what you see, because you don't really know the story. Right? Because people could put on makeup and cover up their scars. People could dress a certain way to look good, to make it seem like they're not going through. But I want you to not be discouraged by that. I want you to not be discouraged by what you see just because other people are at levels in life that you desire to be, and you're not there yet because you're overcoming different things. I want you to not be discouraged by that. But today, I want to speak life into you. I want to speak hope into you. And I want you to know, like, hey, like, even though you may be lonely in this place, right? Like, you may be the only person that's going through, like, right now in this situation. Like, you may be the only one there. You may not have nobody by your hand. You may not have anybody patting you on the back. But I want to encourage you today, and I want to let you know that even though you're broken, I want you to know that you can still overcome, okay? And I just hope that you have received something from this video. I hope that something that I said today touched you. I hope that something that I said today gave you life. I really do hope that. And if you know someone who's going through some difficult things, if you know someone who's broken, if you know someone who's confused, who's battling depression, who's going through, I want to encourage you to send this video to them today. I want to encourage you to send this to them and let them know that you are thinking about them. Let them know that you are here with them. Let them know that you care about them. And the last thing that I want you to do is, if you did receive value from this video, if you receive hope, if you receive life, if you receive inspiration from this video, if you receive some tools to help you where you are in your brokenness, I want you to just go ahead and comment. Go ahead and open up and talk about some of the things that you're going through. Don't be afraid, because I understand that we want to look good, like, right? We have pride, like we want to look a certain way. But I want you to go ahead and name all of those things that the problems that's going on in your life. Go ahead, name them out wherever you may be financially, in your relationship, spiritually, mentally, emotionally. Go ahead and name those things out. Go ahead and say it. But at the end of it, I want you to say, even though I'm going through all of these things, I believe that I am going to overcome. I believe that I will make it through. I want you to go ahead and put it in the comments, right? And I don't want you to do it. I'm letting you guys know, like, yes, even right now, I know that I'm struggling. I'm still struggling financially. I'm still struggling in business. I'm still struggling with my marriage. I'm still struggling, as a father and as a husband. I'm still struggling spiritually. I'm still struggling in different areas of my life, trying to figure out how to overcome from the place that I was at. Yes, I'm still struggling. I'm being 100%. But guess what? I know that I'm gonna overcome. Even though I'm going through these things, right? I'm not gonna just sit here and just talk to you guys and make it seem like it's all pretty and perfect. Like, no, I got some things going on in my life that I don't got figured out. But I'm declaring over my own life that I'm going to overcome. I'm declaring over my own life that, yes, I'm broken. That, yes, I'm messed up. But I know that I will be a broken overcomer. So I hope you guys were encouraged by this video. Until next time, you guys, I just want you to know, like, hey, I'm here for you. I want you to know that you are not alone. Be encouraged and become a broken overcomer.